What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Shako from Mind's Eye Status. Let's talk about how you can elevate your communication skills and take it to an executive level in 2026. So sit back, relax, get your notebook out and your pen, take some notes because I'm going to make this as practical and actionable as possible for you guys so you can have that grounded presence so we can overcome any self-doubt, any overthinking, any imposter syndrome that stops you from getting what you want in the workplace, in the boardroom, and anytime you're meeting somebody. Because the last thing you want is to miss out on opportunities because you weren't communicating and making a powerful impression. So let's get into it. First, we'll go high level and then we'll get deeper into the nitty gritty. So to really elevate in 2026, I'm not going to hold anything back in this video for you guys. In fact, I'm going to share with you specifically what I share with my clients to help them develop that executive presence, as we like to call it. So first and foremost, I want to talk about authenticity. This is your polarizing personality. Most people feel like they have to put on a mask, put on a facade in order to please their CEO, their clients, people when they're networking. And what this does is it prevents you from creating genuine relationships with people. The reason why we're starting off with something related more to mindset rather than technique is because if you can start communicating yourself authentically, you are now giving the world, you're giving the people that you're with an opportunity to connect with the genuine version of yourself, which is the version that you should be communicating from. Now, a lot of you might think, and this is something I hear often, is what if I ruffle feathers? What if I get resistance and I don't connect with people? When you're authentic, when you have a polarizing presence and personality, the beauty of this is you are automatically going to filter out anybody that isn't meant to be in your life, either personally or professionally anyway. When you're authentic, by the way, this means, again, let's get practical. This means speaking your mind, let's say sharing opinions. And one of my favorite concepts is your sense of humor. Now we're talking about executive presence. So why is Shako telling us about a sense of humor? From experience, again, both personally and professionally, when you can share your thoughts, speak your mind, and crack a joke that you genuinely think is funny, if you notice the person that you're speaking to, maybe in the group, maybe one-to-one, doesn't react positively, maybe they don't resonate with your sense of humor or your opinions, your philosophies, that's fantastic. Because now you know, okay, this isn't the person that I should pursue for a relationship, personal, professional. But let's say they do tick with your sense of humor. They do have similar philosophies to you. Fantastic. Rapport building, all this equals rapport, by the way, with the right people. With the right people. Key. It becomes effortless to be a powerful communicator, to be charismatic, when you are authentic and polarizing because you share what's on your mind, and people that connect with you will automatically build rapport with you. They will feel that sense of connection. There are two more things that I want to talk about here, getting even more practical now. Number two is your body language. Your body language is one of the easiest ways to start exuding confidence and an executive presence. If you walk into a room and you're fidgeting and you're looking down, your eye contact isn't there, your handshake isn't firm, and you look uncomfortable in your seat when you sit down, what do you think that communicates? It communicates a lack of certainty. It communicates, very important, a lack of comfort in your own skin. The way confidence is manifested in communication is through comfort, by the way. Remember that, write that down. Confident communication equals comfort and vice versa. When you're comfortable, it displays confidence. So in your body language, practice being, can you guys read that? Nope. Practice being relaxed, open, and slow. Relaxed in your body language, open with your body language. If I did the whole video like this, it still might work because there are nuances in communication. Because my energy is open, you guys still would feel probably connected. But because my body language is like this, I'm making gestures, I'm pointing, I have my shoulders back, my chest out, my chin is up. That makes a better impression. Relaxed, open, and slow. Slow means be slow in your movements. If you put your arm on the chair next to you, if you drop something, don't rush and react to pick it up. Slowly pick it up. When somebody, let's say you're in a group, if somebody makes a comment, you don't have to nod and turn your head immediately. Slowly acknowledge them. Acknowledge what they're saying. Again, these things that I'm going to share with you today, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are things that you can start practicing immediately. And your communication skills will go through the roof. The way people respect you, the way people respond to you is going to be dramatically different with these three things that I'm sharing. Going into the third thing. By the way, if you want support with this, if you want to be personally coached by myself and somebody on my team, you can book a call with the link in the description below for a free 10-minute communication audit. The third thing, I'll put it here to make it easier, is tonality. Okay? Let's just separate that. It's tonality. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are, how knowledgeable you are, how technically skilled you are. If you don't know how to articulate your thoughts, ideas, opinions effectively in a way where people lean in, it is enticing, it is engaging to listen to, then it's just going to go to waste. So you want to have variety in your pitch. Sometimes your pitch goes up and sometimes it goes down. You want to have, one of the biggest mistakes is a lack of volume. You want to have sufficient volume where people don't have to ask you to repeat yourself. Most people that I work with, this might be you by the way, speak way too softly. Even if you're an introvert, many of you know, based on my videos, I'm naturally leaning more towards introversion. Even as an introvert, it doesn't mean you have to be the loudest one in the room, but be loud enough to be clear. And finally, articulation. If you are constantly using filler words, it is likely that you're mumbling as well. A good rule of thumb, I've mentioned this before, is to notice any time somebody asks you to speak up. When they do, that's your sign to start articulating more clearly. That's your sign to speak up, to increase your volume a little bit. So let's say you go into 2026 and all of a sudden you're sharing your mind, your opinions, you're making that joke that you think is funny. Your body language is more open. Your tonality is more charismatic and engaging. Just with these three concepts alone, you are going to be above average. And as I say to my clients, I'm going to say to you, it doesn't take much to stand out with your communication skills. The ones that get the most opportunities, the ones that close the most deals, the ones that get the most business, get the promotions, get the raises, they're the ones that communicate above average. Most people are either average or below average in their communication. Very rarely, as a communication coach, do I come across somebody, do I meet somebody who impresses me with their communication. Because it's rare. So you're here because you're on your way to becoming a grounded communicator. Again, if you want to work with us, you can book a free call in the link in the bio. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you took notes. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. See you guys soon.